So that's primary sector. That's PACE. Flex PACE is everything non-primary sector. That could be, a physical therapy business. It could be a retail business. It's interest buy down dollars for non-primary sector businesses. And both of those programs, the way it works, the community, our portion is 30% of the buy down, and the Bank of North Dakota is 70% of the buy down. Our portion is a loan in the form of no interest, but it's due at the end of a 10-year period. So what it means for a business, Commissioner Henry, if you've got a business that has a $5,000 a month operating cost, or bill from a standpoint of that's what it takes to keep it operating, that interest buy down will buy that interest rate to about half of that, cuts it in two. So what you're doing is giving more life to that business to be able to be alive and running 5-10 years down the road. So that's the difference between what an interest buy down does and non-interest. And we as a community do 30%, and Bank of North Dakota does 70%. The 70% is a grant. That interest is bought down and you don't have to pay it back. Ours is bought down during that 10-year time frame, and then at the end of the 10 years, they pay it back over a 5-year period.
So that's why you see the two ends of it, right? You see that we're paying, flex PACE out the door, and then once the end of the term of the note is done, then they pay the interest buy down that we pay back to us, and that's why you see it come back on the revenue side.
So the dollars that you see coming in from outside, on the report that Spencer has put together, is from buy downs from over the last 15 years. There's housing buy downs, some of the housing programs that were done prior to myself coming in, and some of the loans that we have, and loans that we're doing right now at this time too. It's probably the number one economic development tool we have in the state. Everyone's using it, and Bank of North Dakota, without it, we wouldn't have it.
And then I'm sure you are all familiar with the facade loan program, but you want to maybe just hit on the small business revolving loan fund. It's kind of just a similar.
Yeah, we used to have a mini grant program that was a grant program, and it was about $10,000. I don't even know, Susie, do you remember I think it was 10. And that went away, and we went to a small business revolving loan fund. A lot of the smaller businesses can't qualify for a flex PACE or a PACE. It's a loan that's a high risk. It's going probably to somebody because they can't get a bank loan.
It says 20,000 here.
Yeah, the 20,000 for the small business revolving loan. Yes, the facade is for facades of the building, and the SBRLF. And we have some of those, not a lot of them, but we've had some of those through that time frame. Most recent one I could think of is Head Over Heels Salon. It was a salon. So to get a banking loan.
So I think it's important, when people talk about, what's the city doing for downtown business? Obviously, we aspire to do more and creative things, but these are the two main things where you want to improve the outside of your building. Usually in chunks of about 10,000 is normally up to 10,000. Very low interest. So when we're in a high interest rate environment, sometimes 0 to 3% interest, that is a huge gap and a huge benefit that we're able to provide, as well as a small business revolving loan fund, especially if you're taking things from A to B as far as improving substandard facilities into new and modernized. Really helps with that.
Real quickly, when the downtown was renovated and the streets were changed, we were able to use the savings that the city council at that time passed on to the taxpayer, the businesses down there. They didn't pay the full amount. They paid a portion of it. Anybody in here remember the portion they paid? I don't think nobody was in here. Dale, yeah, I gotta look at you. Dale and Rob.
It was minuscule, if I remember.
They didn't pay a lot. And what we were able to use, we were able to get revitalization dollars for downtown. And we had about $1.5 million in projects, believe it or not, in downtown. It seems hard to believe there, but that was in-kind dollars. City didn't provide buy-down dollars. The savings that they received were used as in-kind, and Bank of North Dakota matched that 70% to 30%. So if they saw $10,000 of savings, they would have gotten $20,000 of Bank of North Dakota dollars. That's roughly how it worked.
So members of the commission, any questions as far as the programming? And Brad will touch on the 2020 program and the business training next, but as far as the loan programs and where the growth fund sits as it currently is today, any questions?
Forward Devils Lake makes recommendations to you, the Job Development Authority that make the final decisions on those. In the past, primary sector has been the golden ticket, right? That walks through, I don't expect to have to spend time trying to explain. It's a primary sector. Non-primary sector is a different story because there could be 10 of that same business in town that are service oriented or retail oriented. So there's challenges with that. And we've navigated those challenges by trying to help businesses that we don't have a lot of, but not everyone gets approved.
Pretty good.
Good.
Thank you, Brad. Next item.
Yeah, he's gonna need him soon. You're gonna be up again soon.
Okay. Next item number 2 is the 2020 program, business and training program overview.
I think all of you have heard of the 2020. Quite simply, I did quick math today. We've had over 16 businesses been a part of the 2020 program. What is the 2020 program? The 2020 program started out as just Forward Devils Lake providing dollars for scholarships for kids with business participation. The state came along and saw our 2020 program, to be honest, and a couple others were doing it in the state and created a career builders program where they match the dollars. So if we give $6,000, they match it to the tune of 100%. And that money now is $12,000 that can be used for scholarships. What that is used for is for the jobs that we need to align our local youth to help us grow as a community. So auto dealerships, auto technician, diesel technician, Case IH, marine technicians, welding tech, dental assistant, dental hygienist, LPN, RN, and the last is early childhood for directors, child care centers. That's where those dollars have gone to help someone get a job or get a scholarship, I should say, that leads to a job in careers and in business in the needs that we have in our community. Not hourly level jobs, it's scholarship, mostly 2-year programs. Just recently, we're starting to see that the high school, the teachers, they've had a tough time getting teachers. This will be a program that we hope to use for teachers as well. And there's limitations. Most of the limitations are state required limitations. It's only for new hires over the last couple of years, that type of thing. But at the end of the day, we've had over 50 applicants. About 30 of them are working for those businesses that are in those fields that I mentioned in the area. And we've gone through, there's been some where we've had successes where they've lasted off for years and they're still working. The very first kid we had was a kid from Langdon, Alex Lowry, and he worked at Marketplace Ford 4 years ago. He's still there. He's gone through the program, went through the program 2 years at Automotive Tech, and then he's been there for 2 years as well. But we've had others that lasted a week, and one kid took his girlfriend and they went to Oklahoma. We didn't succeed in that one. So there's all ranges of success.
And as far as the dollar amount commitment, as you'll see in the spreadsheet, it was $30,000 over the course of 4 years. Is that right, Brad? And then just as estimated at the end, the balance from previous commitments is at $20,000 right now. And so we'll have further conversations as to whether or not the JDA wants to extend and allocate more funding for this sort of program at a future meeting. But just to give you a high level overview.
Yeah, we started the first funding over a period of time. We had $30,000 increments. We built a pot of $120,000 to go out in these $6,000 matches. And we've gone through that and we're really at that point of the next stage. Real quickly, the other thing you wanted me to do is the training fund.
Yeah, because it's kind of tied into the 2020 program.
The other challenge that we've heard from businesses, mostly primary sectors, as a matter of fact, all primary sectors, that they needed training dollars. That was one area that they were short. Whether it was a Summers, whether it's a Kojak, whether it's Gleason, North Dakota Petroleum, when even Sioux Manufacturing, and you say Sioux, it's in Benson County, it's an area. It's an organization that we've got people that work there, and it helps our community from that area. But at the end of the day, the 2020 program is we would match training expenses of 50%. We got it approved at the forward level, and it came to the city council, and we approved $30,000, I think, in 3 increments, 30, 60, 90, to be used for that program. And we've done a lot of trainings. Commissioner Hatch, can I call on you from the Summers? Could you talk about Summers training very quickly that you've had just recently?
I didn't attend it.
Then I guess you can't.
I was gone. I was in there.
We had a lean.
They did have a lean training.
We had a
yes.
lean training, and for those of you who know lean is something it's about process improvement. It's getting work done faster and quicker and in a better shape and form. They've gone through
They had
lean
about
training.
10 or 15 attend.
Yeah. We've had the company that we've used in a lot of the trainings is Impact Dakota. How many of you have heard of Impact Dakota? That's a state-run type program that provides the training. So if the training was $5,000, $2,500 would be matched. This is something that's being modeled now throughout the state. We've been doing it, and Impact Dakota has brought that out. So we've got quite a bit of credit for that on a statewide basis. It's a great way for a community to help keep their companies in their communities. Anything else, Spencer?
Yeah, welcome any questions on those 2 specific items. Otherwise, can move to the next agenda item whenever you guys feel that you've had your
Okay,
questions.
the RWIP program update?
That's the Regional Workforce Incentive Project or program, I think is what it is. It might be incentive. It might be a little bit different than that. That was federal dollars given to the state. The state divvied them out. Commissioner asked, once again, you're on the North Central Planning. The dollars went through North Central Planning. We had 2 programs. About $500,000 went to child care entities in our region that have seen the dollars. One of them is going to be opening very soon is the King's Castle. They got some dollars. A few others got dollars. That was half of it. The other half was this mobile career exploration vehicle. It was classroom, I should say. And we've had about a 9-month delay. We had an ACH transaction. Commissioner Hatch knows about it. That it just slowed things down. It's been about 9 months, but that vehicle is here. It's a Ford Transit van. I think that's the name, Transit. That'll have logos on the side of sponsors. So hopefully Summers, Leading Edge, I've got a lot of them and we'll go out and the vehicle will be used to have a job coach and an employer, an HR person maybe, or someone from that business. We're going to go to the high schools within the region, be a marketing event. It'll talk about the jobs and careers that we have in our region. And our region, though, is not just Devil's Lake. It's the 6-county North Central Planning region. Commissioner, I'm going to put you on the spot. I apologize. Name the counties. Cavalier,
Benson, Towner,
Eddy, Ramsey.
Well, of course, Ramsey.
I guess that's 6. I think that's 6. Those 6 counties. And where's our workshed? It's those 6 counties. It's the area. Who's the major employer and has a lot of the jobs? Devils Lake and Ramsey County. So it's going to be a good benefit for us going to those communities, whether it be something in Maddox or something in Leeds or something in Langdon. At the end of the day, hopefully we can talk to more kids and more parents and more families about the jobs and careers that are available in the area.
I don't want to put you on the spot, but we have an estimate time when that's going to be complete and ready for use. I mean, nothing.
It's been forever,
Yeah.
Commissioner. This whole ACH transaction we had hijacked, it's been just about 9 months to 10 months that we've had to get through it. The vehicle is now in the garage that's got keys, the old Kmart building. That's where it'll be, and the job coaches will be, and we're working on getting sponsors right now. When I say we, the 5-6 counties as well as Sandy and myself.
Okay.
You ready to sign on the line? I'm going to your business, Shane.
Send me a spreadsheet.
There we go. That's what we need.
I mean, I've been, you told me about this a year ago, and
Yeah.
I've been excited to see it happen. And I'm not saying it's anybody's fault. I was just wondering.
We
You
lost.
wouldn't believe what we've went through.
Oh, I bet.
We've lost a lot of momentum with it, but
Yeah.
we got to bring it back. The good news is the momentum timeframe that we've lost was bad is gone. The good news is we're coming into that timeframe now. When kids start looking at colleges and when they start talking about what do you want to do in families, and then the events too. Whether it's the Renaissance Fair in Maddox or
It's
the
a
Towner
great
County Fair.
concept to keep people here working local. So I'm really excited to see the outcome of it. It's just like anything Christmas, you wanted to get here and you want to open the gifts now. So I'm just kind of like,
We'll have it at one of the city council meetings, and maybe prior to the city council meeting, you'll be able to go through it. We'll bring it to one
I
of the
think
future
this
ones.
high school's got something coming up on March 19th. They asked me to be out there. It's a career day thing or something.
Yeah,
So that'd be a good day if we can get it to
I've already talked to Ryan about it.
perfect. Yeah.
Great.
That all?
That's
Okay.
enough. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, Brad. Now item number 4, Ramsey County Fair Board, the Event Center Project. Brad? I guess we'll
Member
start
of
with
the
you.
Commission. So city commission has had some previous conversations. They went back and took kind of the message from the commission, hey, is there a way that we can support this? And so it looks that the best, the place to potentially support this project is to be coming out of the growth fund. Seems to be the most prudent place. That's why we're going to talk about it during the JDA meeting. Proposal for you is $25,000 over 5 years for a total of $125,000. Primarily just looking at the growth fund. You know, we talked about the PACE, the flex PACE, small business revolving facade loans. Those are all things that we pay out and then they come back over time, right? And so they help kind of refill and replenish themselves over a longer period of time. We've got the $25,000 over 10 years going to the park district for their thing. That's money that's going out the door and it's not coming back in, right? And so the recommendation is that $25,000 over 5 years with the sentiment that I didn't want to lock us in for a really long time where it's money out the door and it's not coming back in. So that is before you for your consideration.
Okay. Any commissioners have any questions or do we want to call on?
How does that affect anything else we want to do?
Like everything, there's a strategic cost to everything. I've included kind of the growth fund projections with the sponsorship or without the sponsorship. And as you can see, it's a $100,000 difference over 4 years, right? And that's $100,000 that can't be used to help leverage some things, whether it's childcare, fixing up downtown buildings. I'm sure that it'll be a future PACE and flex PACE requests, either primary sector or tourist related or event center related type of things as well. And so it's all an opportunity cost. This projection still look favorable moving forward. I don't foresee, that we don't have any more loan guarantees out there that could come and hurt us later. So as far as with all the information we have at this time, and if there is a desire to support the project, this is the best recommendation I have for you at the time right now. So
Did you say this one is going to be paid back?
no, this one will not. No, so this is out the door and everything.
But it's still a worthy project.
My opinion on it is the folks of this city and county look at us to provide more for them, and I think that it's a great opportunity to help to, show that we're trying, not just show that we're trying to do it, for the face of it, but that we actually care. And I think that that's a fair enough number in my eyes to be able to still be a part
Do
of
we
it.
have anybody here?
Paul, do you wish to have anything to say about it?
I guess,
Sure.
I mean, myself, I would,
Just identify yourself, Paul, if you would, please.
Paul Becker with the Ramsey County Fair Board. And yeah, we've got a project we're looking at. We had brought it to the commission at your last meeting. Basically, it's a $3 million project is what we're looking at. We plan to start construction this year. I don't think the building's gonna go up until September, but groundwork ahead of that. Be finished by June of 2025. We've currently raised close to $2 million. We aren't quite there yet. So we're looking at, we'll probably have to borrow $1 million. We visited with some banks. They sound reasonable. They said that the cash flow looks good. So I did question the board a couple meetings ago. I says, looks like we're gonna be $1 million short. Who wants to sign their name on $1 million note? Everybody raised their hand. It surprised me.
And just so people are aware, how many grants and other programs did you apply to show that you guys were trying, I know, to get?
We probably at least a dozen, maybe more than that, and we still are applying.
Yeah, so I mean,
We've
it's
still
not,
got some other potential ones, so. hopefully we can,
And down the road, you still have potential for future also maybe?
I think so, you know, that,
Yeah.
so.
So I mean, it's not, they haven't just been going around asking for money. They're
Right.
really actively trying to find other sources to come in.
So my question is with this event center, we're looking at giving you 125,000 for it. What are you guys looking at doing there to bring that profits back to the city?
Actually, most of it's programming for our youth. You know, we've got, I know on our deal, it listed, you know, many different things that equestrian events, livestock events, 4-H events, shooting sports, archery, you know, many auction sales, gymnastics, farm shows, RV shows, you know, basically anything like that. The building is 150 by 250. So it's a huge building. So, you know, whatever we can do inside there, I guess, is what we'll do.
You know, and I looked at it as schools aren't really doing much on that side of stuff for youth, for those that aren't, you know, basketball players, football players, wrestlers, you know, the folks that are out there that are the farmer kids and kids that are interested in getting into it. It's just a great avenue for them to be able to do more to develop our children that want to continue on in something like that.
They've got 4-H for them. They do the shooting stuff.
Yeah, but
already,
this
the
will be more of
livestock.
it's a
I mean,
bigger venue.
You can't say they're not.
No, but I'm saying, what I'm trying to say, it's going to be a bigger venue to be able to do more than just, you know. So,
Yeah, some of the facilities they use now are pretty inadequate. Inadequate.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Using the Memorial Building basement for some of that shooting
Yeah, the
stuff
basement of the Memorial
is
Building.
very tough. And I've been down there when they've been doing it, and it's like, it's nice to have it, but it'd be nice to have something new and improved as well.
Mhm.
thank you for getting at what I was trying to say.
But-
Eventually.
Yeah, like I say, it's not exactly within the city limits, but I think the payback does come back to
Yeah, there's,
to us.
when
over
big
the long
events
run.
are the people we staying in the motels and
Yeah.
things like
Restaurants,
that.
gas stations, everything. I think,
So we'll have benefits by it with, as you progress down with
I would
events.
think so.
Yeah.
And it goes back to that quality of life thing that we talk about that you can't put your finger on.
Yeah.
Just
Sales
one of those
tax, lodging tax
things
will
that you have.
come back.
Has the county stepped up?
County gave us $1 million grant.
They stepped up.
They stepped up.
If we hadn't had the $1 million grant, we wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
In fact, we were here a year ago
Yeah.
when we were just preliminary stuff.
Yeah.
And, you know, they basically told us, come back when you've got a number, because we really didn't have a number at that time. So that's why we came back now and we've got a number. I'm appreciative of the 25,000 a year over 5 years. I may be back here 5 years from now.
No, I appreciate Spencer doing that work for us because I'm one of those people that feel great ideas stop when the word money's added to it. Many great ideas just go to a halt because people don't, where are we getting this money?
Yeah.
So I thank you for doing your due diligence on it. I really do appreciate it.
Well, what's the wishes of the commission?
I'd make a motion to approve the $125,000 over 5 years that has been proposed.
Motion by Commissioner Pierce. Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Second by Commissioner Hamry. Any further discussion? No further discussion. Please, roll call, please.
Commissioner Hash.
Aye.
Commissioner Robbins.
Aye.
Commissioner Pierce.
Aye.
Commissioner Hamry.
Aye.
President Mo.
Aye. Motion carries. Congratulations, guys, and
Thank you.
No, thank you.
looking forward to us seeing it. I know it's
Okay.
gonna be huge for our community.
Yeah, we got a job ahead of us.
There you go. Okay, that's the last item under the Jobs Development Authority. We will now close this meeting. And we will now open up the city commission meeting. And we've had the Pledge of Allegiance. Start with approval of minutes of January 16th, 2024.
Motion.
Motion by Commissioner Hatch,
Second.
second by Commissioner Robbins. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. No awards and proclamations. Public hearing, we have a petition to suspend liquor license of Nellie's Bar and Lounge Incorporated. Jack, I guess we'll start with you.
So, so I think we need to gavel out of the meeting and then gavel in to open a public hearing, a specific hearing. Just proper procedure.
Yeah.
Normally, any public hearings we have for ordinance or everything, we're opening the public hearing.
Okay, then don't you gotta close that, and then we move into,
We just open the public hearing.
So you'll
We
have-
start.
Yeah, we open the public hearing, then we'll shut down the public hearing and then do the business.
Just so we're on the same page.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So before the commission is a petition for suspension of a liquor license for Nellie's Bar. Petition has been circulated to all of the commissioners. And it alleges violation of Devils Lake Municipal Code Section 5.24.130. There's actually two separate violations, one occurring on November 3rd, 2023, and the second violation occurring on December 22nd of 2023. The petition requests a suspension of the liquor license for a period of time to be determined by the commission. And then I will just note that the petition for suspension of the liquor license has been properly served in accordance with both our municipal rules and Northwest Century Code. And with that, the city will call Officer Rickson to come and give his testimony. And now you have to swear me in.
Oh, okay. Please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help me God?
I do.
Wow, I feel like a judge now. Where's my black robe? Okay, sorry.
So, Officer Rickson, I'm just gonna leave this open-ended. Were you working on November 3rd of 2023 and December 22nd, 2023?
Yes,
Okay. Do you have your reports in front of you from those dates?
I do.
Okay. And did you submit reports on those dates for violations of the Devils Lake Municipal Code against Nellie's Bar?
Yes.
Okay. Will you tell the commission what happened, why you issued citations, and reported Nellie's on those dates?
Just to clarify, there was no citations issued.
Yeah,
It's
excuse me.
just a report to
Just a report.
the chief of police but we'll just start on the November 3rd at approximately 2:04 or 02:04 in the morning. We were on routine patrol in the downtown area. We observed people walking into the bar after 2:00. We pulled up, officers entered the bar. I observed 10 individuals inside still consuming alcohol. Everyone was told to leave. The bartender was Peter Alboy Jr., who then told, after I walked in, that everybody needed to leave, informed everybody that they needed to be done, got rid of their drinks, escorted everybody out. I explained to Peter that he shouldn't have had people in the bar after 2:00, shouldn't be serving alcohol after 2:00 or allowing them to drink. It was clearly Bass bar close time. This was again in violation of the liquor license.
Did you advise Peter that it was a violation of liquor license at that time?
Yes.
Okay.
The next incidence was on December 22nd. Again, we're downtown area, around 02:04 hours. As we're patrolling the downtown, you could hear loud music coming from Nellie's Bar. As we approached, opened the door was still unlocked. We observed male and female subjects still standing at the bar. There was 2 drinks still at the bar counter. The bartender was again Peter Alboy, who was behind the bar. Made no attempt when I walked in to ask the 2 subjects to leave. I advised the subjects to exit the bar. Peter then told me that there was 2 more individuals who were 2 females that were located in the bathroom. They were who belonged to the drinks. I walked to the bathroom and instructed both ladies to exit the bar. They did comply. I told Peter that this is the second time. We can't have people in here. What is it going to take when you have loud music that you can hear from Fourth and Fourth? It's quiet. You can hear it clear as day. It's just not accepted. I advised him that he needed to have people out of the bar by 0150 hours to try to keep this from happening again. Any other questions?
That's all I have, unless the commissioners have any questions for you.
None, no, I haven't.
Just to clarify, you said you went, when they were in the bathroom, you said you went into the bathroom to get them out. Did you knock on the door or do all that?
They actually opened the door as I
Oh, okay.
walked up.
I just wanted to, okay.
These are the only two reports?
These are the only two reports for Nellie's.
For Nelly's?
Yes,
And you're the same officer on both of them?
yes.
Any further questions?
Okay.
You may be excused.
Thank you.
Is there anybody else wish to speak to this?
The city doesn't have any other witnesses to call, and I know Mr. Owlboy's here, but I don't know that he's here in a representative capacity. I think it's more in a spectator capacity.
Do you wish to
Is that
speak,
right?
Peter?
That's correct.
You're just observing?
Do you wish to say anything? Okay, if you can come forward, it's not a big deal to speak, you know?
Yeah, do you want to make a statement or no?
Just, we'll need you to raise your hand, your right hand. Please raise your right hand, hold it up. You swear to tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help me God.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I just wanted to say that I wasn't trying to keep them in there, and I never served after too, but I don't know. Sometimes it's tough getting them out, but I don't know. That's about it.
You'll have to work harder at it next time.
I'm pretty loud, but I don't know. It was just a couple times. That's like really all I
Okay,
think.
okay.
I
Well,
thought.
I guess that we just ask that you do, start early enough and
Yeah.
make sure they're out of there by the appropriate time, or things will get worse for you if it doesn't, so you don't want that.
On both times, I made sure the clock was set ahead again, and then day shift is setting it back again. So I don't want to shift the blame because it's my shift. I check the
Okay.
clock, but
Well,
Yeah.
thanks for taking the blame and
Yeah.
hope, try to do a better job.
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Now we close the hearing if nobody else wishes to speak.
Yeah, I'll just make a statement before you.
Oh,
get
okay.
involved. Just so everyone's clear, it's no secret that there's issues in general with Nellie's Bar in terms of incidents and bar fights and things. However, those are not the subject of the complaint, and so the commission should not consider those when deciding whether to suspend the license or not. And then just so the commissioners are aware, I think I said this, but given the violation, so the code provision prohibits anyone that's not an employee from even being in the bar after 2 a.m. So that's separate from also, it prohibits consuming alcohol after 2 a.m. We had both those violations there. It's not contested, and section 524.110 subsection 3 allows for termination, suspension, or revocation of the license. And so the recommendation or the ask of the city would be for some type of temporary suspension.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay, that's all. Okay, I will now close the hearing. And I'll call on the chief for his recommendation for what he feels fair is in this situation.
Sure, we've talked about it, and we think, one day, a Monday, it's kind of one of those, it's an off day, a day that's not gonna, but it's enough to bring it to your attention if there's a second offense or something like that. We can look at second offense and something longer on a day that would be more fiscally damaging. But we don't want to take something away from a company that's trying to make money too. So that would be my recommendation.
One day?
One
A
day,
Monday?
Monday.
And who selects the date, that Monday?
Yeah, I think you guys could do that.
If I could just kind of change yours a little bit, could we do it a Tuesday? Monday would take away from another business in town. Monday's a huge pool night. Tuesdays are your slack. Wednesdays, Thursdays are darts. So if you were gonna look at hitting them hard, Monday would be a huge night for Nelly's because they've got like the most pool teams. But if we're just gonna try to hit them on a
A day that's just gonna
day that
remember, don't do that long.
would be a Tuesday.
Okay.
Otherwise, that other business is gonna have to revamp how many pool teams and move pool tables.
See, we're working to help you out here, so do the same for us. Okay?
Is there any history of any other things like this? I'm just trying to see if we're going similar
Like
to,
with Nelly
or
specifically?
any other bars. I
Yeah,
just can't
we've
remember
had
any
one
suspensions.
violation here recently with Ladas, and a letter was sent to them in regards to their actions, because it was the first offense type thing. And so that's on file with them too. So if there's a second offense like this, then we would go about the same course that you guys just did right now.
You know, I outside of the citation that's already been presented to us, my concern is the past history of that bar itself. Not so much the employees, but the actions that have happened as a result of being served in that bar. I mean, we've had the past of the stabbing downtown. We've had,
But we can't use
no, I
that
get
right
outside
now.
of it. I'm
We're
not,
outside of the hearing, yeah.
Okay.
I'm not
Okay.
saying,
For
Yeah.
punishment purposes.
I'm just stating
you
my
guys can't.
concerns
Okay.
about that there's such a track record there.
If you wanted to look at that, Thirsties has had how many
Yeah.
stabbings, how many fights? Ladas has had fights.
The Nelly's thing you're talking about, we've never considered the bar as being the nexus of the alcohol.
Okay.
We would probably have, don't get me wrong, we've had problems there, but we can't say that those stabbings that took place were specific to the bar.
Okay.
We do have the residences that live above that, and that's probably where we have most of the problems there.
So just wanted some
Mhm. Yep.
clarification on that. But
Okay. Because how soon do we have to pick the date? Should happen as quick as possible, I suppose.
Yeah, generally
Like-
it's 30 to 60 days. But the commission will just issue written findings and a decision on suspension. And it's,
All right, I guess we'll need a motion
Is this
to,
a Tuesday every week?
No, one time,
Just one time?
One day.
one time.
I'll make the motion with what Chief Ganowski had presented with Tuesday being the day that they
Tuesday.
close down.
okay, we have a motion on the floor to close a Tuesday night or a Tuesday day. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Commissioner Robbins. Okay, discussion, do we pick the date then, right now? Sooner the better, maybe
we
the
can-
20th?
Administratively, we can,
Okay,
we can do it.
just do it Tuesday, that's fine with me, okay? Any discussion on this?
Well, with the idea that if there's one more offense within a certain period of time, that it should be severely greater, I would think.
So, yeah, and then so what you'll do with your motion is you'll just state whether you believe the petition was proven by a preponderance of the evidence. So a greater than, so 51% or more. That's all your motion is if the city proved its petition. And then after that, you'll separately issue findings.
So we'll just approve your motion to suspend on a Tuesday, one day.
Yep.
Okay.
so
We got that in order right now. So we have any further discussion? If not, all in favor of this motion, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Now, what do you say we do? That's it?
Now you can go on with normal business.
Good enough, okay. Okay, let's see where we at here, okay. We have under bid openings at 5:30, 2024 pickup. I guess,
Memo, I've got four of them here. I'll open the one here from Devils Lake Cars. They all say Devils Lake Cars, but I'm sure they're the different dealerships. Bid from Devils Lake Ford, $43,810. Next bid's from Devils Lake Cars. Lake GM Auto Center, $43,700. Next one is from Devils Lake Cars. Devils Lake Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. $44,034. And this bid is from Bassett Motors. Bassett Motors, $44,600. I'll refer these to the city engineer for review. And
Just the first one, what dealership was that for?
very first one was Devils Lake Ford, $43,810.
okay, the wishes of the commission.
Make a motion to refer to engineering to review and make a recommendation.
Motion by Commissioner Robbins to refer to engineering,
I'll second.
second by Commissioner Pierce. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Okay. We now have Devils Lake Chamber and Tourism regarding the Christmas tree, who Allison has promised to make sure she's coming back to light up at Christmas time. I'll quit giving you a bad time. For those that don't know, Allison is leaving us. We're gonna hate to see that smiling face go.
Thanks.
But congratulations and good luck to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So for those of you that don't know me, I'm Allison Smitten. I'm the event coordinator over at the Chamber. This last year, we let go of our Let It Glow Holiday Lights competition because I had to beg people to participate. So we thought of different ideas of what we could do for the community, and it came down to a community Christmas tree lighting. I've done some research, and what we'd like to do is have a Christmas tree lighting ceremony in Bridgestone Park, and to have that lit by the mayor. And then after it's lit, we'll have fireworks go off. And then during the day, a hot cocoa crawl with commemorative mugs. Do you want to touch on what the mugs are? Okay. And then business open houses for downtown businesses, and then also businesses throughout the area. And then with the potential to have Santa there and partnering with the library to do like a reading with Santa. There's also many other opportunities to expand this event. This is just the start of it. So the tree that I'm looking at is a 22-foot artificial pre-lit extended branch panel tree. You'll see that in your packet. That is not the size. That's actually a bigger size.
This is bigger or?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's a 32-foot. And then the 22-foot does have a 12-foot base with the potential to add on if you were to want it to be that 32-foot. Each section is 4 feet high. And then the garland are just square panels with lights already in it. So you can replace those at any time. In your packet, you'll also find the instructions on how to install it. And then there's another PowerPoint how to set it up as well. This tree is normally $22,480 before tax. Currently on sale with a 35+% discount until the end of February. Comes out to $15,258.75.
Looks like quite a project. Install this.
The lifetime of the tree is a decade or more. After speaking with the manufacturer, people only tend to get rid of this tree when they're sick of it or looking to upgrade. So my ask tonight is city help to fund the purchase of the tree. I already have $10,000 awarded to me from the Tourism Special Event Grant. And then permission to use Bridgestone Park. Assist with putting up the tree, taking down the tree, and storing the tree. Installing security cameras in the park. The mayor available to light the tree.
I promise.
And then wrapping the existing trees with lights in Bridgestone Park. And then also potentially closing the parking lot right next to Bridgestone for the ceremony. And then in your packet, you'll find a large picture of my goal of what I'd like the tree to look like and with the fireworks.
I was good with the money.
Huh?
I was good with the money.
So what I have left over for my purchase, I'm looking for about $5,000 to make the final purchase for the tree.
Mayor, well, members of the commission, we have 46,000 in our reserve for city beautification. We do plan on spending a little bit more on flowers this year, get some ones that don't need to be watered as frequently. So we'll have a little higher expenditures there, but we have the 5,000 for it.
Okay.
If you guys would like to spend it.
You've got the pole lights already too, the little candy canes and
Those are just ideas for you guys, if you guys were looking to upgrade your lights or do the skyline lights as well. We're just looking for the tree at this point.
How does this tree, have they done tests on how it does up against the wind? Has there been areas that they put this tree up where the wind has been as strong as it gets here?
I did ask her about that, and she said most of the time how heavy the metal is, there isn't any chance of it tipping over.
I'm not worried about tipping over, I'm worried about the sections of the garland and everything blowing off of it.
I can ask her, but she didn't really mention
Just want
anything
to see
about
if there's
that.
anything we need to do on top of.
Yeah, and I think those clip on, so I think they have a stronger clip, and then obviously the metal parts are screwed in and everything as well.
Yeah, they show some pretty good. clipping.
Yeah, okay. I just wanted to see if there was any test done on it, because it'd be shame to put that thing up and then have the wind blow.
I personally believe this is a great idea for our
Yeah.
community. I really do. It's something to kind of get in the spirit of the Christmas season.
See, I think I'd like to see the cookie crawl
Well,
and everything be a part of it, and do one centralized Santa, because like I said before, having 5 Santas across town at the same time is just.
Well, and I think the goal of the Chamber of Commerce is not to take away any events from any of the local businesses that want to do something. If, Holiday Mall or City Plaza wants to have Santa, we're not gonna take
Well, no,
that away
I'm just
from
saying I
them
don't
by
want it to
any
be on the
means.
same day is what I'm
Yeah,
saying. If
but
we
I
could
think
spread it out.
Allison had a great goal of pulling in the businesses. It falls on November 30th this year, which is also Small Business Saturday. So, in order for the chamber to make this successful, I think all the businesses in the community are gonna have to want to step up as well, with open houses and specials in their stores. We talked about maybe starting with the first year commemorative mug where people can purchase, and that would be like a cocoa crawl, so to say. And we're looking at getting the Lake Region Arts Center involved with a mug competition. They've got some local artists that we would maybe have them design a mug each year, and then we would pull a committee together to vote on
And
it.
who was that through?
What's that?
The art design, who was that through again?
We were gonna use the Lake Region Arts Center.
Okay, that's
Pull
what-
some
okay.
artists together, and then we vote on the commemorative mug for the year. So, like I said, we don't wanna take away from any of the businesses for what they wanna do during the holidays, but it's just a larger event that we're hoping we can pull into the community and just kind of kickstart that retail business to try and keep money local here as much as possible.
if you're gonna add the fireworks and the DJ to it, you got the money for that?
Yeah, we're going to send sponsorship letters out to our chamber member businesses.
We can always use money.
but we can always use more money.
Well, that's why I was just wondering, if you're gonna put that 10,000 to the trees, so, you know.
What would we do about help with, setting it up?
Well, I would
I mean,
think Public
I was-
Works and maybe the aerial or whatever you need to put the,
No.
yeah, it looks like you might need it. Well,
I
it's
did
funny.
talk to Mike and he did agree to help too as well.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure it wasn't going to
I
hinder.
got a feeling.
Yeah, I also talked to Mike. We have space for it to store it. We can haul it. We can do whatever we can. Fire department help put it up. That'd be great.
So yeah, I just like, if we get snow and they have to be out there on the roads and need your help, I just want to make sure that you guys have a contingency plan.
Public Works will help however we can.
Awesome, awesome.
Did we get that for you too, chief?
No.
No.
I can't commit the volunteers to anything at this point. I have to talk to them at the next meeting.
Remember that conversation in your office?
Okay, so,
It's there in December when we're getting ready for the fish.
so what we're looking for right now is a financial support of
Yeah.
5,000.
Of 5,000 and then permission to use Bridgestone Park.
Okay,
I'll make a motion to allow the use of Bridgestone Park and the closure of the parking lot the day of. Also, I make a motion for 7,000 just to have extra money,
okay.
just for anything over that they may need. So that way, if something pops up, they won't have to come back.
I'll second Commissioner Pierce's
Okay,
motion.
Pierce and Commissioner Hamry. Okay, further discussion? If not, okay. These are where when we give more than what we normally do, we just keep that in mind that we run this short down the road.
Yeah. Well,
Just so
the only reason I'm saying is
but
because,
I am not opposed to giving more to you.
no, the
girls,
only
so-
reason I'm saying that is
Yeah.
because he said we were good in our.
But we've run ourselves into situations before, so.
Or you could make it up to 7,000.
Yeah.
That's what we'll do.
Well, pardon? They got lighting they want to buy. You know, I mean, I believe you can put it to good use and I think it's a great place. So,
I do request though that we look at that security camera that would look over Bridgestone Park. I think it's needed there anyway, especially with the daycares going over and using it. And I know they've seen some action over there that probably isn't the best for
we have
children
put
to see.
cameras up.
But
I'm just not sure if we got
Yeah,
them there.
but with the, the expense of the tree and having that up over the holidays, I think it would be very beneficial.
We don't have to make a motion for that, doesn't.
Mike was
Mike
taking,
and-
We're working with NETC to put up cameras in alleys. We'll look at expanding a little bit further south to make sure the park's covered.
yeah, I think that's great. Okay, we've got a motion on the floor. Is there any further discussion? Roll call.
Commissioner Hash.
Aye.
Commissioner Robbins.
Aye.
Commissioner Pierce.
Aye.
Commissioner Hamry.
Aye.
President Mo.
Aye, motion carried. And
Thank you.
you. You have to come back.
As soon as he flies me out.
And she certainly
Deal.
will.
Okay, thank you, girls.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, commission portfolios, Commissioner Pierce.
Chief, first I want to say great job on the fishing tournament again this year. You were under a lot of pressure with that ice and you kept it calm and cool, collected and everything went great. Your people did amazing and the volunteers did amazing.
Thank you. I'll relay the message. That was actually what I had for tonight was we had another successful fishing derby. About 4,021 people out on the ice fishing, which was a lot. But
I must have taken the pictures for online then when a bunch of them left because it didn't look like.
it doesn't look like much because it's so spread out.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
there was a ton out there. We'd like to thank all the city entities that helped out and the county that was there doing the parking lot and everything. It's a community effort, so thanks to everybody that helped out with that. And again, the volunteers that spend the entire week helping out, so.
Did you get everybody did the majority of the people pick up their prizes?
No, we still probably got half or so left. So, but we're working on it.
And again, you didn't pull my name.
Right.
Tell you.
Join the club.
I know.
On a neat little side note, we had some people from Connecticut that came over and fished. So that was pretty interesting. Got to sit and chat with them a little bit. So.
Yeah, couldn't have worked out any better for that because this last week, I know they've shut down a lot of landings.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of that, is the youth fishing tournament still on? Just
We're monitoring the ice.
monitoring the ice. Okay, okay, good deal. All right.
Anything else?
Not at this time.
Where are we at, Jack, on that joint powers
Just got a letter yesterday, last night, or early this morning from Howard, the LEC attorney. He had some comments to changes that were proposed by the city, but it looks like, we're all on board, so that I think it's ready to go.
So I can go ahead and check with the county then and see, make sure in the
Yeah,
LEC.
I'm not gonna have any changes beyond what he,
But he was okay with with
letter.
what we recommended.
Okay,
So I will check with Commissioner Frith on that and
sounds good.
get back with you.
Okay.
That's all I have. I will be gone all next week, so I'll have my phone available for
Okay.
the rest of this week. should I say.
Mr. Robbins?
Anything in streets?
Nothing in streets to report.
Okay. Engineering?
Engineering, the only thing, if you want to cover the pickup bid here or wait for utilities, however you want to do it.
You can do the bid now.
If you're ready.
I'll just, we'll recommend award to Lake GM Auto Center. Their lowest bid and meets all of our specs, fits with the state bids, so don't see any reason not to award to Lake GM.
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve the recommendation.
We have a motion by
Lake
Commissioner Robbins.
GM, $43,700.
Is that correct?
Lake GM, 43,700, yes. Okay, is there a second?
I'll second the motion for
Commissioner-
Lake GM for 43,700.
Commissioner Pierce. Any further discussion? Roll call.
Commissioner Ash.
Aye.
Commissioner Robbins.
Aye.
Commissioner Pierce.
Aye.
Commissioner Henry.
Aye.
President Moe.
Aye, motion carries. Can order it up. I hear it's here.
I believe it's here, yes.
That's all I have.
Okay, thank you. Commissioner Hatch.
Anything from sanitation?
Nothing to report from sanitation.
Great. Rob?
I've got an agenda item that we'll get on to a little bit later in the agenda. The only other thing is I've been really busy with homestead tax credit applications. Just give you a little bit of an update. For 2023, we've had 175 applications. 71 of those are first-time applicants. And we're still getting those, we're still taking those. So even those who maybe already paid their property taxes, we can file abatements. So if anyone feels that they might be eligible to swing on in, we've already received 92 applications for 2024. Remember to apply for your primary residence property tax credit if you haven't done so. If you need help with doing that, give me a shout or go to our website.
How'd that go with the library when you were there? Did you get a lot of people coming?
The first week, I think it was just too short to get the information out. I didn't have anyone the first week, but since then, my 2 hours are pretty full with people coming in to help them out with stuff.
Thank
So
you
it's
for
been
that.
working well.
Good
And
idea.
still, people are just, it's been pretty steady with individuals
Do
coming
you
in.
still have more of those planned?
Yeah, I'll be at the library again on the 14th and the 28th of February. Haven't set dates for March yet, but I plan on hitting at least a couple of March.
Great.
as well.
Good job.
And then another thing I learned today, and I'm going to be going through our disabled veterans tax credit individuals. Anyone who has a disabled veterans tax credit that doesn't cover the full amount of their property tax and would also be eligible for the homestead property tax, they can get both of them to potentially cover any that they have left over. I'm going to be going through, like I said, my list to identify any individuals that may qualify in that capacity, and then reaching out to them to see if they want to come in and fill out that homestead as well. So, but that's been my life the last month and a half.
Well, your work's cut out for you, but keep up the good work.
That's all I've got.
Thank you.
I know you've been busy with that. Where are we sitting with retrieving all our data that was lost?
And at this point, it's just recreation. It's just going to take time. We are working with the county. We are going to have a flight done of the city for high resolution imagery so that we can do a lot of stuff from the office as far as measurements and things, especially when it comes to the commercial properties, which is where we lost most of that data. But it's gonna take us a few years to recover all that. It's just a time thing at this point.
So, Rob,
That's it.
okay, Commissioner Henry.
Mr. Gatton,
Other than the new pickup, nothing to report.
can I make a motion that Devin fills in for Mike all the time?
I'd like to say yes, but
Say no.
we probably.
Short, sweet, to the point, got the bid in already?
That was one of the best thoughts you had, though. I'll say.
Every once in a while, Mayor, just every once in a while.
Anyway, okay,
That's all I got.
okay, thank you. Chief,
I have nothing.
Okay,
Thank
you bet. Spencer,
Nothing to add, Mayor.
nothing. Jack, nothing? Okay.
No.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks, guys. Okay. Old business, we have nothing under the consent agenda. Well, now we have an item, police chief amended his resignation to become earlier to be done. So at this time, we have an item on here to accept his resignation and also appoint the interim chief until such time we hire a new one. So at this point, I think the chief, you're done on the 23rd.
Friday the 23rd.
Yep.
Unless you guys want to keep me on till late and give me a paycheck. I won't be in the office, but
Are you now?
yes, I am actually.
Don't look for, no, I'll just keep it to myself. Okay, so, well, thanks, chief, for what you have done.
Yeah.
I mean, great job. Sorry to see you leave, but appreciate what you've done for this community.
You're welcome, thanks.
But I guess do we have a motion to accept his resignation?
Motion.
We have a motion by Commissioner Hatch,
Second.
second by Commissioner Pierce, and further discussion. And not any, all in favor of this motion, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Now the appointment of the interim police chief. Spencer, what do you got?
Fellow members of the commission, just after speaking with Chief Mayor, recommendations to appoint Captain Toso as the interim chief upon Chief Kanowski's resignation on the 23rd. Mayor, Chief and I met with him on Friday. He seems up for it. Looking forward to it. And we recommend that given his supervisory role right now as the number 2 in the department, that it would be natural and fitting for the department.
I would agree. Do we have a motion to approve the captain as
Motion.
motion by Commissioner Hatch,
I'll second.
second by Commissioner Pierce? Any further discussion?
Is that with the
Oh,
bottom
sorry.
paragraph with
Sorry,
the salary?
I forgot. Yeah.
Oh.
So
Signature that's-
Oh, yeah, okay.
previously, when I think they had did in the past as well, is usually when a high-level supervisor goes out, a new person takes that additional responsibility. So there's an additional 1,250 per month added on to salary during his time as interim.
And the position's been opened and.
Position is
ready for
advertised.
Applications.
Position is advertised, yep, and with the closing date of February 23rd, and we'll see how many applicants we have at that time. If we need to open it and extend it a little longer, we can make that judgment in a moment.
Okay.
Okay, any more discussion? I guess we'll have a roll call on this one.
Commissioner Ash?
Aye.
Commissioner Robbins?
Aye.
Commissioner Pierce?
Aye.
Commissioner Hamry?
Aye.
President Mo?
Aye, motion carries. Okay. Second item, designating of a poll location for the June 2024 city election as the Memorial Building. Spencer.
Just housekeeping.
Okay.
Housekeeping, one polling location at the Memorial Building. We do it in conjunction with the county. And just per state century code, we have to in advance designate the polling location.
I'll make a motion to set the polling location as a memorial building for the June election.
Commissioner Robbins,
Second.
second Commissioner Pierce. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item number 3, airport apron taxi project, City Devils Lake contribution. Spencer.
Mayor Mo, members of the commission, as you recall, the city committed to using some of their Prairie Dog money to help offset cost overruns on the apron and taxiway project that the airport is conducting. In the effort to lower the amount of debt that they have on our books, given that we're charging the 3% fee, they requested that we pay our portion of the cost overrun at this time. It is not the final number, but however, they did submit for reimbursement to the State Aeronautics Commission, which was a 50-50 split between us and them. We have received the $922,000 from the State Aeronautics Commission, their portion of it. And so this is requesting the commission pay our part of it at the time. And then once we have the final number, we'll split the difference at the end. Again, this is kind of an effort to expedite and get the debt off the books for the city. So
And that
or for
would-
the airport. excuse me.
And that wouldn't exceed was it one?
It would not exceed the,
I can't remember what
the
was-
original amount that we had obligated, which was like 1.12 million. And in talking with us, the airport manager today, projections are that we could come in about 30 grand under what our expectation was previously when we originally made the commitment. I wouldn't spike the football yet, but
Okay,
But-
well, at least we're thinking that direction.
hopefully it's trending that way.
All right. Okay, is there a motion to approve?
Make a motion to approve our payment.
Commissioner Pierce?
Is that $922,369.02?
Exactly, yeah.
I'll be abstaining, Mayor.
I'll second.
Okay, Commissioner Hatch. Okay, any further discussion? We have one abstaining, so roll call.
Commissioner Hash.
Aye.
Commissioner Robbins.
Aye.
Commissioner Pierce.
Aye.
President Mo.
Aye. Motion carries. Okay, item number 4, the 2024 Resident Revitalization Program with Gate City. Heidi, it's your turn to come to the podium, if you please.
I think I'm gonna take most of the talking part.
Okay, Rob, I'm sorry. Okay. You guys-
In your packet, I presented a staff report, just kind of summarizing what we've been working on since November when Gate City first approached us about potentially partnering with a low interest rate program for homeowners who may want to do some remodeling or some improvements to their properties. And through the last few months, we've been working on the application and setting our program guidelines and what projects we would like to see within the city and what restrictions there may be that we would have. And so those are presented here, and I won't go into great detail on it, but we have, Gate City has obligated $1 million towards loans for the Devils Lake area for 2024 for projects between $10,000 and $100,000. The interest rates that they do have set for a 10-year loan would be 4.99%, and for a 15-year loan, it'd be 5.24%. Which is significantly less than what you would get if you just rolled into the bank nowadays. So we're excited about it. I think it'll really help promote growth and maybe some projects that we saw building permits issued for this last year that were pulled because they couldn't get the financing that they needed for it. So I think it's just going to be a good program and a good partnership. And that's what my recommendation would be, is just acknowledge Gate City and them coming forward and then giving us the authority to go ahead and move with them on this project. There's no agreement or commitment to it. Either party can step out of it at any time. We will readdress it, I think, annually, moving out to see if it's still going to work for our region. Look at the interest rates each year and adjust those as needed, depending on what the market looks like. So if you have any questions, willing to answer any questions you might have.
I do hear it says outside the 100-year floodplain.
Yeah, and I think that's more of a loan part of it, to where if it's within the 100-year floodplain, they probably can't get the financing that they need for it.
Well, if that lake goes, most of us are flooded.
Yeah, but it's not within the floodplain. And then, again, this is for 2024. So if something changes within that scenario for next year, then we would have to revisit and look at that. Because we did put the physical restrictions on it. It has to be within the city of Devils Lake, and it has to be zoned residential. So if it's in an area that's not zoned residential, then they're not going to be able to apply for this program.
So like the house is just down here right off of the street.
So commercial neighborhood has residential components to it.
They'd still be all right.
Yes. So, and we do have a photo opportunity.
Yep.
Because we want to spread the word about this and make sure people are aware of it. The other thing I guess I'll put out is that we will not be taking applications will be taken starting March 18th, and then that'll be done through October 31st.
Okay.
And those applications will start with us. So we'll have the application. If it meets our requirements for the project, then we will take the application, forward it on to Gate City. We'll handle the financial side of it.
Heidi, do you wish to speak to it at all, or you just for the photo op?
I can speak to it if
Well,
you'd like.
please come forward
Oh,
and
good.
say a couple good things. Don't mean to put you on the spot, but
Okay.
you get that smiley
Make it
face.
short and sweet.
Will you please identify yourself first?
I will. My name is Heidi Becker. I serve as the retail manager at Gate City Bank.
We're incredibly thankful for the communities we call home, and we're proud to invest in them so they can remain beautiful for years to come. The Residence Revitalization Program, also known as RRP, is one of multiple similar programs we offer across our footprint and is designed to revitalize mature neighborhoods by helping homeowners make repairs and upgrades at low interest rates. In 2024, we're happy to allocate $1 million toward this initiative, which will encourage the preservation of homes and add to the long-term value and life of properties and neighborhoods. Gate City Bank has been supporting and investing in these programs for many of our local communities since 2003, contributing $104 million to date. In 2024 alone, the bank has allocated a total of $23 million, the largest amount in a single year for participating communities across North Dakota and central Minnesota. We can't say enough about how beyond thankful we are for this opportunity to help create a better way of life for our friends and neighbors residing in the city of Devils Lake. Any questions?
No, I think it's a great thing, and thank you for doing something like that, and hopefully you get a lot of participation.
Me too. We're excited.
Yes. So you want to do a photo op? Is it something that you want to come back here and do it with all the commission? Was that what your thoughts were?
Do we have to do the recommendation first and then that?
Sure.
Mayor can just do it.
Okay. So we have to have action by the commission?
Basically just authorizing us to move forward.
Okay. All right.
I'll make the motion to
Second.
Motion by
recommend that the commission formally acknowledges Gate City Bank's offer to provide low interest rate financing for home improvement projects and authorize the building and assessment department to roll out the 2024 Devils Lake Residence Revitalization.
Gotcha. Commissioner Hamry, second, and all in favor of this, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. We'll do a photo op, okay? Where do we want to do it?
You can do it right by the check there.
Okay.
Jim and Rob.
Nice way to do, guys, getting out of it.
Oh, Rob's there.
Yeah, Rob, you might as well get in it, yeah.
Come in there, Rob.
You and your fluffy hair.
Here we go. Do I look slim? I don't good.
You got the face for it.
Stand up quick.
The check's crooked.
That's what- I've got a daughter that would make you point toes forward, look straight, get the sheet. It takes 10 minutes to take a picture.
Oh, my God.
It's the worst thing in the world. Take a picture.
Okay, item number 5, resolution determining insufficient protests were filed in Street Improvement District 79-24, 17th Street Southeast, 16th Street Southeast, 8th Avenue Southeast, 10th Avenue Southeast.
This is for the new construction curb and gutter pavement for Stromquist area. We received 0 protests from anybody back there. So
Awesome.
Very good.
a lot of calls of support and making sure we do the project no matter the cost. So we'll see what that is when the bid gets here. So
Wow.
we'll adjust that when the bid's open.
We don't have to take any action on that, right?
I believe it's just a resolution, right?
Yes. Okay, moving on to item 6. Pay estimate number 11 for City Project 220201, water main replacement 27-22.
This is just a little cleanup for the west side water main. Estimate 10 was supposed to be the final. We just mistakenly left the retainage on that estimate. So this is just cleaning that up, pulling retainage and paying the contractor the final. Should be the final. So,
Is it 44,875?
yep, I believe so.
Okay, I'll make a motion to pay that bill.
Commissioner Robbins,
I'll second.
Commissioner Hatch. Any discussion? Roll call.
Commissioner Hash.
Aye.
Commissioner Robbins.
Aye.
Commissioner Pierce.
Aye.
Commissioner Hamry.
Aye.
President Moore.
Aye, motion carries. Okay, citizen comment, I have nothing there. Informational items, nothing. Motion to approve the list of bills as submitted.
Motion.
Motion by Commissioner Hamry,
Second to.
Commissioner Pierce. Any further discussion? Roll call.
Commissioner Ash.
Aye.
Commissioner Robbins.
Aye.
Commissioner Pierce.
Aye.
Commissioner Emery.
Aye.
President Mo.
All right, motion carries. Thank you, sir. Okay, is there any other business to come before the commission? If not, meeting adjourned.